I can tell you, me personally, a woman who's promiscuous, if I know that she's just like hooking up with a bunch of guys, and I think some guys don't care about this, but I don't want to sleep with a girl who's fucking another guy. That's a big thing for me.
I mean, I think a lot of people could agree with that.
Yeah, like I don't want.
Yeah, not everyone.
No, but I mean, in the dating meta is as such, like both men and women are entertaining a lot of options. So you have to assume probably if you're going on a date with someone, hey, they could be sleeping with at least one other person, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You probably know some guys, you probably know some girls that have a roster. They're hooking up with a bunch of people. And so to me, the thought of sleeping with a woman who's fucking another guy, she fucked him the night before, he came in her, and then I'm going to fuck her. To me, that's just gross.
Yeah. And
women, by the way, I want to make something very clear. Women can have this exact same preference and standard for men. A woman might think it's gross. Oh, you fucked a chick yesterday. I don't want to fuck you. So there's that. There's also STD risk with body count. The more sexual partners you have, you're more likely to have an STD, be it permanent or otherwise.
Yeah.
That's often overlooked in this discussion. I mean, and yeah, you can get tested, but like, I think, we can all be realistic here. Most people that are hooking up, having sex for the first time, are they really getting tested before they have sex with someone for the first time? No. Most people are hooking up at bars, clubs, parties, one-night stands. You're not getting an STD test. That's a very spontaneous thing. So people aren't getting STD tests for that. They've also done studies that people who have higher body count, who are more promiscuous, more likely to cheat on you. They're less likely to be able to pair bond because they've detached sex from intimacy. So the more casual sex you have, the more difficult it is for you to pair bond with someone. If you've slept with 100 people, you're not really, that number 101 isn't going to be special to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're not going to care about them.
Yeah. Just another number on the list.
Just another number 101.
Yeah.
So there's that. But they have done studies, so you're more likely to be divorced. The higher the body count, more likely for divorce, more likely for relationship dissatisfaction, more likely for infidelity, more likely for just if it's not marriage, more likely for the relationship to not work out. And you're not as capable of falling in love and being able to pair bond with that person.
That makes sense, because you just go through it so many times that eventually the time is going to come where you'll just not really care, and you'll just keep going and going and going, and you'll never really get that full fulfillment or satisfaction that you could if you hadn't done that.
Exactly. And if you're constantly just having casual sex, just casual hookups, you are basically rewiring your brain to go towards short-term pleasure seeking.
Oh, that makes sense.
So in the same way, because it's very exciting to be with someone new, and then if you're constantly doing it, then you're kind of rewiring your brain a bit there versus delayed gratification. In the same way, if you've just swiped up on TikTok, if you've been on TikTok swiping or whatever it's called, going through the
For You page.
Yeah, going through the For You page for 3 hours, and then you want to sit down and read a book, good luck,
Yeah.
So in the same way that TikTok kind of rewires you to messes with your attention span, it's sort of similar.
I get that. That's a good correlation there, and comparing those, that makes it.
I think people should be free to do whatever they want, but I mean, I think women care a little bit less about body count, but definitely men, that's a pretty big.
Yeah.
I think men care a lot more about it.
Yeah, everyone's definitely going to do what they want, but there definitely are, I can see some systems of just evolution and stuff that do have effect in all of this, and I feel like it can be put in the background a lot of the time, and people don't really realize the effect that their actions could be having on their life and in the world.
Yeah, we can go around the table really quick on this. Do you think body count should matter?
For everyone? Men and women?
Well, I guess we could phrase it like this. Do you object to men? I think most of you would probably agree men do care about a woman's body count.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you object to that being a standard that men have in women?
I mean, I don't think, I get the whole reasoning and the whole conversation we just had, but I still think that they should maybe keep their eyes open, because what if the person you're truly meant to be with and you have a real connection with has fucked 30 plus guys? I feel like there's different cases for everyone, and that's where it all comes into play. But
I mean,
so should body count matter?
I don't think it should matter. It's really hard. I don't know. I, like, personally, since I've been in a long-term relationship, I can lie and say, like, it didn't, like, affect me, or it's not something that, like, bothered me a little bit in the beginning. But I think that that's up to the person, and if, like, the person they want to be, like, I don't know. I think it's very, very subjective to everybody. For me, like, I am very dedicated to who I'm with, and, like, the thought of it sometimes bothers me a little bit, but I don't think it should matter in general to people.
Yeah, I don't think it should matter, but unfortunately it matters. Like, this year is my second year, and, like, we barely started the school year, and I have been asked I don't know how many times what my body count was, and
you've been asked,
yeah,
really?
A lot of times, and by man, of course, yeah, man.
On dating apps, or
no, just my friends.
Really? Oh, but so was it just a conversation, or they were romantically interested?
Depends.
Were they romantically interested in you?
I don't know. Maybe some of them, yeah. But I never ask something like that, you know? Like, I feel like it's something for me, it's something so stupid. Like, I don't care how many people, like, you have slept with. Like, I don't care. But if, like, it would be nice if I know. But it's not, like, something, like, I don't know, something that meaningful, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that it really should not matter, and it kind of sucks that it does, because I feel like the reason that women don't care as much as men is kind of because we're conditioned not to care as much. Like, it's more normalized for men to participate in hookup culture and to rack their body count up than it is for women. And so because of that, I feel like it's honestly more of a possessive thing. Like, a man just wants to know that his woman hasn't been hitting up the streets or whatever, whereas women don't care as much because we're not as possessive about that. Like, I personally wouldn't care if the guy that I ended up with had a higher body count, because it kind of depends on the person himself too, but, like, if he's a good person and he has a higher body count, he's just experiencing his life before meeting me, and, like, hopefully it doesn't continue to rack up after meeting me, but I can't really change what came before me, you know?
Okay. Christina?
So it's interesting, because I was thinking just, like, on your takes on body count. It does and it doesn't matter. So because we're kind of conditioned for the whole body count thing to matter, I believe, like, with men, it doesn't bother me that they've had their experiences, because that way, because I'm always looking for partnership, I know they've been through enough people to know what they want. But that being said, for me, hygiene and no STDs is 100% important. So I have to make sure I know the person well and know that they don't have anything, because some people are really safe regardless of whether they've had lots of experiences. They're intelligent, they know how to protect themselves. Just because they've had their high sexual drive or adventures doesn't mean they're not safe about it. So yeah, you can get an STD the first time you have sex. Like, I don't know if you've seen that movie. Was it like what's with Rosario Dawson, where she was like, it was like they're all 13.
I mean, yeah,
and,
you can definitely get an STD the first time you have sex, but
it's just like,
I
don't know.
You're
It's
more
tough.
likely to get, the more people you sleep with, there's a higher likelihood that you're going to have an STD or get an STD.
So here's the thing. I'm worried more so about my health than anything. And if that body count means that my health is in jeopardy, then yeah, it matters. If it doesn't, then I don't care what you did before. What matters to me is who you are to me. What happened in the past is your deal, just as what happened in my past. Because otherwise you just bring the past into the present, which is not cool.
Okay. Josh, should body count matter?
Should it? Probably not. But, like, I've had conversations with, like, women, and then, like, if it's, like, a high number, you're kind of almost just like, damn. You know, it's just like, if it's kind of high, kind of, like, almost let down by it. But at this point, for myself, I don't even ask, because, like, you're going to get let down, like, at some point.
Or they're just going to lie.
Or they
might just lie, so.
That's true.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question. So, do you guys object to a guy having that as a preference? Because you guys think body count shouldn't matter, but would you object or take issue with a guy saying, hey, to me, body count matters? Really quick. Just yes or no.
This isn't so quick. No.
No, because it's to him.
I'll probably say yes. I'll be like, what does, like, you know, I'll probably say yes, but yeah.
Yes, that you have an issue with a guy caring.
Yeah, like, I don't care what you care, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, you can care if you want to, but, like...
But do you think it's wrong for him to care
it's
about
not,
it?
Okay, it's not wrong, but, like, I wouldn't like if somebody cares that much about me, you know?
Okay.
Not about me, yeah, but not
Sure.
about my body count.
Yeah, I'd say same answer as her. Like, probably, like, shouldn't, but I would think it's wrong. Like, I would be like, why, you know?
You would
Yeah.
think it's wrong for the guy to care about body count?
It depends. Like, for my body count personally, like, are we saying hypothetically, like, it's in the hundreds? Like, would I be upset if he cared?
Let's say he's not even necessarily caring about your body count. It's just more in general. If he cares about a woman's body count.
I think I would say, yeah. I think that too many guys care and they need to stop caring, because just like girls, we've learned to stop caring and
Yeah.
we've learned to not ask those kinds of questions. Like, smart man right here, just don't ask. Like,
Yeah.
why even worry about it when you can just be...
Yeah. There's other things to worry
you know?
about.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
it shouldn't matter.
All right. So you would take issue with it. You would take quarrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
would.
Would you not date a guy if that was one of his preferences?
Probably not. I think that if that's something that really determines whether you like me or not, then maybe you're not for me.
Okay. So red flag for you if the guy cares about body count.
If he cares too much, yeah. If it's a breaking point for him, then yeah.
Okay. Christina?
Honestly, it depends on the context. Like, I would be honest, like I said before when you asked the question, I don't remember because it didn't matter to me. And I've been in monogamous relationships for a long ass time. So no, like, I don't know. I really don't know. If it really bothers him, you know, maybe we're not meant to be with each other. But I mean, if that's going to impede on the connection and everything else involved, then yeah, I mean, that's pretty narrow-minded if you ask me. So probably
Okay.
no.
So I got a question for you here. So do any of you have like a really innocent friend, a female friend?
Yes.
Super innocent. Maybe she's really a bit naive, has very little dating experience, might even be a virgin. Maybe she's a
Yes.
bit shy. Maybe she's a bit introverted. If she told you that she wanted to date someone like her, she didn't want to date a guy who's a player, would you take issue with that?
No, I think that whoever she wants to date and her standards are, that's what she should go for. And I'm always there to elevate that and tell her what I think she deserves, you know, because she's my friend and I don't want her in like some relationship that's treating her like shit. But I believe if she wants someone that's like her, then she should go and try to find that if that's really what her heart wants.
Right. So she doesn't want to date a guy who's a player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your take? Would you
I
take
agree.
issue with
I
a
mean-
girl who she's a bit more innocent? She does not want to get with a player because
No.
she wants a long-term relationship.
Oh no, what?
Oh, like, she wants to date a player or no?
No, she
She
doesn't want to date a player. She
Oh.
tells you that she's very naive, innocent, a
Yeah.
bit shy, introverted. Do you take issue with her not wanting to date a player?
Not at all. Why would I? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of the similar answer. Obviously, I wouldn't have an issue with it, but I would probably suggest to her, like, maybe be a little more open-minded, because I don't think that because he had a higher body count, that necessarily always makes him a player. Like, a lot of players have higher body counts, but maybe he's a really good guy and just had a lot of shitty relationships. And so her closing that off is kind of the same as men closing off women with higher body standards. So, like, if I were to say no to that, I feel like I would be contradicting myself a little. So I feel like I would suggest to be a little more open-minded at least, but do you. Everyone do you. If you want somebody more like you, find someone more like you, you know?
And Christina, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna ask. So, is it about body count still, or is it about like he's a player as a human being?
Oh.
I guess I misunderstood the question. I think.
Well, I mean, someone who's
Like-
a player, that's essentially a guy who sleeps with a lot of women.
I was
So-
taking
No,
it
that's
as
not
like
true.
someone that like plays with your emotions. He like talks to a lot of girls. He's always
That's what
jumping
a
around. That's what
player's
I
a liar.
thought that meant.
A
Like
game.
I
somebody
mean,
that-
a woman that sleeps with a lot of men who's promiscuous.
Not if she's being
She's-
transparent. That's not a player.